absolute. What's going on, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Throwing me some love. Welcome to the channel. And today I'm gonna more or less do a positive video, which I don't tend to do many of these. Well, it's sort of positive, but it's realistic. And today I want to focus on a gentleman called Sunshine Shoulders. Really hard to say fast. He's an American expat based in the Philippines. He's been there for quite some time. He's married, he's got a family and all that, but he's brutally honest. And to be fair, brutally honest to the point where it's hard for me sometimes, just to be honest. It's what it is. Listen, guys, just take everything you can. But I'm going to tell you this. This is probably one of the most brutally honest expats I've seen yet. And this is not everything, but he's giving you the advice that most people ain't gonna give you. So with that being said, man, slide over to his channel, Sunshine Shoulders. Link will be in the description, man. Throw him some love, subscribe. I'm telling you, he's gonna put you on game, and he's gonna talk about some stuff. But he put so much in this video. We got to get to it. So let's go, guys. Let's go.
My channel. I'm Calvin, aka Sunshine Shoulders. It's too late for me. But if you're a new man and woman coming to the Philippines, listen up. They say that hindsight's 20/20. And if I could do it all over again, which obviously I can't, I would change a few things about my life. This isn't about regret. This is about giving some tips to the new man and woman coming over here, just to make your outcome in the Philippines a whole lot better. So when you land, your landing is going to be a little bit softer over here. Just give you something to think about. Because when I started coming over here in 2009, I didn't know then what I know now. I'm a lot wiser now. I'm a lot older. But probably the first thing that I would do if I could do it all over again, I would move into one of these bubble cities, is what I call them. And they're a city within a city. Like BGC, Makati, IT Park, Cebu Business Park, Boston, Newtown. Y'all know what I'm saying.
He talking about
It's
Philippines.
all-inclusive places.
Yeah.
And no matter what you hear about Philippine infrastructure, the infrastructure in these places rivals anything I've ever seen before.
And real quick to go back on this, living here in Thailand, I got to be honest, he's 100% correct. If you've ever been to Kuala Lumpur, Vietnam, they've got subways and sky trains, Grab and food delivery. It's extremely efficient. It's extremely easy. Most people speak a form of English, especially in these types of areas and stuff. And you're going to get great treatment. It's going to cost you more, but he's going to get deeper into this. I don't want to drag it down, but I'm saying he is 100% correct. And what he's talking about with many of these major cities and stuff, if you do choose to come here, and remember, he's talking about first-time comers or people that plan to come here long-term, and be smart and strategic. So let's let him get back. He's going to cook, guys. I'm telling you, this is a super awesome video. Let's do it.
Anywhere I've ever been, it's on par with what you're used to.
Yep. Or better.
These places are safer. They're full of life.
Mm-hmm.
See, I've already built my house. It's too late for me. But if you're new, this is something that I would think about. Everything's there. The malls, the restaurants, the movie theaters, everything. The grocery stores, the nightlife, the beautiful people. Crime is low, man. And I know people say, man, I get tired of seeing the same thing over and over. Well, then, this is what you could do. Because it's too late for me. You could start traveling around Southeast Asia. But if you plan ahead, you'll get the lower prices on flights, Airbnbs, and hotels. We're going to Thailand. Go to Vietnam.
Facts.
Indonesia, Malaysia.
Dude, he's 100% correct. So, real quick, man, if you plan ahead strategically and you use smart apps and stuff like that, like honestly, you will spend just as much traveling around this region as you would living in one spot. But what he's going to get deeper into, and I don't want to give it away, is that living in one spot can be more expensive in the long run. Not just about money and stuff, but he's going to get into the truth and reality. Man, this dude is like, I salute you, my man. You like to put yourself out here it's incredibly bold, and I respect you. Like honestly, this is probably one of my favorite videos you've done, to be honest. But with that said, he's right, man. You want to travel, and you can live that life and travel and stay in hostels and get little quick, like you can get a flight to Bangkok for like $30, $40. You know, if you plan ahead, just like you said, you can stay in hotel rooms for, $20 a day. If you plan ahead, you can go to rural areas and do ventures and all that stuff. If you plan ahead and travel the whole region and just go experience it before you decide to settle down. So let's get back to it. Let's let him finish. Let's let him cook.
But I would take a look at these bubble cities, man. That's what I call them, man. It's very ingenious. Whoever thought about that? This is where the infrastructure is in the Philippines. It's second to none. It doesn't get any better than that. That would be the first thing I would probably change. It's too late for me, guys. Something else I would more than likely do. And remember, this isn't about regrets. I'm happy, man. Y'all saw my video yesterday. I really am happy. I'm content. I'm satisfied.
Salute to you, my man.
I'm 61, man. I'm getting older.
You look good.
It may be too late for me,
61,
but
bro.
to the new man and woman, I would stay single over here. I mean single. Meaning I would not have a live-in partner. Because having a live-in partner, man, it's going to bog you down in a place like the Philippines.
Or Thailand or Vietnam. Anywhere.
And more than likely, having a live-in partner, you're going to have children, if you can still have children. You're going to eventually create the life over here that you were trying to run from over there. And I know some people, they want to come over here and get married and have a family and everything. Well, if you're going to do that, you might as well take them on back to your country.
Don't do that.
Because it's going to limit your movement over here. It's just too much to see here.
In a way, I agree with what you're saying, my man. I do. Like he's right on levels that most people can't understand unless they live like over here overseas. He's right about this. You are extremely limited in your movement. So this is a dilemma that most people won't talk about. I haven't talked about this. I find it very difficult to talk about this and articulate it in a way that he's doing this and putting himself out there. I mean, kudos to you, my man, because you're right on so many levels. I don't think you should take a chick back to America. And I know that you've been here long enough to understand that this is a paradox as well, like taking your chick back to America or to the West. Yes, you can make more money. Can you leave her here and you go work, part-time, which a lot of guys do? That's hard, hard. Like, can you trust her? All that stuff, comes up. So there are paradoxes and dilemmas, and I understand exactly what you're saying, and you're completely right. I've thought about this. My goal is to try to make it here, to adapt and improvise enough here, and to, make money from living here, my adaptation to the culture, and hopefully I can do this at the right speed, and maybe I succeed, maybe I fail. I'm aware of this, of course. I'm sure you've thought about this too. It's hard. You'll truly never be Thai. You'll truly never be a Filipino, or Vietnamese. This is a true reality that you will I understand. I've come across this. We all do. There's a distinction and a separation. How far can you go? Like a glass ceiling type thing. But you're 100% correct. But man, I would want to try to make it work in that region. I'm not giving you advice at all. Like, you've been here longer than I have. You've been in this region, but you can always move to Vietnam. I know you're married, you got kids, and I know that's not easy. But if a chick follows a man, she's gonna follow that man to where he seems like or deems best, for not just financial success, but just, food and sustenance and stuff like that. Like, honestly, if she's not willing to follow me, if I'm willing to move, like, I'm not saying like I'm just gonna uproot some chick and just move her all around the world. No, but if some opportunity comes up and I'm the one that stresses about money or whatever, and it does come down to money in a lot of ways. So, but if I've got to bear that responsibility, you're gonna follow, my decision and my lead, or I'm just gonna leave you behind. And I know that's hard to say. But anyway, I don't want to bog down because, like, you're married, you got kids. I know you're happy, man. I've watched your videos and you put out a lot of great content, my man. So anyway, let's let them get back to it because it gets deep. Let's go.
And then living with another human being is stressful, man. It's difficult. It's not easy. And I mean me, her living with me, not me living with her. Remember, it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
But I would stay single. Because you could still help her, you could still take care of her, y'all could still see each other as much as you needed to. But you want your freedom. She could still maintain her independence, you could too. And if things heat up, more than you are expected, then, maybe on down the line you would think about moving in together. But it's a big responsibility. And right away, I wouldn't do it. I'm just telling you from experience because I've never been single here. From the very first time I came to the Philippines to now. See, it's too late for me, man. I'm trying to help y'all to land on your feet when you get here. See, people don't give vloggers enough credit, man. Y'all need to put some respect on our name. We give out some real good information.
Salute, bro.
But y'all don't listen. Y'all listening to the armchair bros and the barbershop bros.
We listen.
They all in your ear. They ain't gonna bust a grape. They're never gonna leave the living room couch, let alone come to the Philippines. But they're gonna tell you, don't listen to us. We don't know what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. We're only on YouTube for the money. I mean, vloggers are giving out great information. They're telling you where to move, just like I just gave you that tip. They're doing all kind of stuff, man. If you would just listen, your life over here, man, would start out so much better. But I would think about staying single for as long as you possibly can. Maintain your freedom and independence because you're moving into a whole different culture.
That's right.
It's going to weigh you down. I mean, it really is.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard sometimes.
If you do decide to date, I would date a single woman who's single, meaning who doesn't have children, who doesn't have any other responsibilities but herself. Because it's expensive. I've adopted my stepchildren. I mean, they've never given me one problem. But I'm just giving the new man and woman some advice.
I'm not even gonna bash this man. Man, I salute you for putting your story out here. Seriously, it takes a real man to put himself out there this way and to talk about, not just advice and good things and bunnies and rainbows and stuff, but to talk about your own mistakes. And I respect that. I'm not gonna say anything negative, honestly. I love what you're talking about, and I completely agree with you. He's 100% correct about this because, you tend to like a woman comes with problems. Every woman comes with problems, no matter what, no matter where you go in the world, and her problems will become your problems, and eventually, still your problems. But he's 100% correct about this. So let's let him get back. Let's go.
I made every mistake over here that I talk about, and so, and if I could just help other people coming over here avoid those mistakes.
Thank you.
I'm not a hypocrite, man. I don't talk about anything I haven't done. You know, I share with y'all my boots on the ground experience. I'm transparent because I want to tell my story. I don't want some other troll telling y'all my story. So all the stuff I'm talking about, I've done, or I see the error of my ways and say, you know what, man, you should have did this. But yeah, you know, because you don't want to create the life over here that you're running from, ladies and gentlemen. It's too late for me. But for the new man and woman coming over here, this is just some tips. This is some things that you can think about to make your transition abroad a whole lot better.
The things your dad should have told you. The things my dad should have told me. That's what this is.
Something else I would do is I wouldn't live here permanently. I wouldn't live in the Philippines permanently. I wouldn't live anywhere permanently. I would move around. And I'm getting this
I agree.
suggestion from a gentleman who's in Da Nang, Vietnam. He said, man, you know, before you were retired, you were stuck in one place. He said, now that you're retired, why would you want to be stuck in one place? And it was profound to me. It made a whole lot of sense to me. Because you do get bored sometimes.
Damn straight.
You do want to move around. So imagine if you could stay here 3 or 4 months. Vietnam, 3 months. Thailand, 3 or 4 months. Malaysia, 3 or 4 months.
He's 100% correct. Guys, this is the lifestyle that is truly, like, you can live pretty much for the same cost. You know, if you're modest about your living, you know, and what you expect every month, and travel and you know, see places and stay in, like, you know, man, you can get a lot of places. I've been to Da Nang. I paid like $15 a night for a room in Da Nang, Vietnam. Cambodia, it was like $40 a night, and it was a 5-star. We had tea leaves rubbed on our ankles. It was weird. I don't want to, like, it was too much for me, but it was very nice. So he's right about this. Like, you want to see and travel the world, and this is like, even I can admit that living here in Thailand becomes mundane sometimes. Like, we shook it up yesterday. We went out to a new place, Lan Sao. Check this. This place was great, dude. A barbecue place my friend recommended a while back. We finally went out and, like, all these little bars and stuff. It was very slow that day, so there was no customers and stuff. Wonderful place. But you have to, like, stay on doing stuff and finding new things and being, like, exploratory. So I understand where he's coming from, and I totally agree with him on this. But going to the West is not exploratory to me. Like, I just have no desire to do that. Could I travel around and do, like, find a habit or, like, an art or a craft that I enjoy doing and take that gift with me, or find a way to do it somehow? One can only hope. But this is just kind of what it is. But he's telling the truth, because living here, or living in Philippines or Thailand, living anywhere, it becomes mundane. It does. Like, you know, you still get overcharged on your electric bill and shit like that, or, you know, like our water shuts off occasionally, and sometimes we lose power for 2 or 3 hours at a time. Even like multiple days in a row sometimes. It's not just that. Like, we got flooded a month ago. Like, our business got flooded. It's been rough. So living here has been hard. Honestly, it changes things. It's, people are bouncing back. We're all good. We're coming back, but still, it's you have to change up like your environment and your routine, because if you get complacent in routine, you're gonna get depressed real fast, especially living in a place that you're not from, a place that you're not familiar with, and a place that people aren't familiar with you, especially when you don't really speak the language. And even if you do, there's dialects of the language. So even this man probably could attest to this. Like, even in the Philippines, yes, everyone speaks English, but they have dialects that they speak under the surface that you're not aware of. They could be calling you a complete fool jack-o'-lantern right in front of your face, and you would have no idea. But they're smiling. So let's let them get back to it. Let's let them cook.
And because the cost of living in those places are on par, lower than the Philippines, certainly lower than where you're coming from, it's reasonable. You can do it. There's people over here who do that.
Yep.
I had a friend who came here last winter, around Christmas time. He went to 7 countries in 4 months.
I know so many people doing the same thing. You're right.
It's something I would consider. It's too late for me. If I go somewhere, I got to take my whole family with me, which I don't mind doing, but it would cost me an arm and a leg.
Damn. My man. I got to, man, my hat off to you. You speak raw truth. I like you. I really like you, my man. Like, check this dude out for real. I salute you. You speak raw truth. To sit there and say it or admit it's too late for me, you're not admitting defeat, but you're also putting it out there because you're not defeated. Honestly, yeah, you're doing a great service for us guys, and I appreciate it. And I hope the guys see this video and go check this brother out. Like, he puts out some really good content, and it's harsh sometimes, and maybe you agree or disagree, sometimes with it as well, but he's been here a long time. He's a veteran. He's an OG veteran living here in Asia. Like, he's been here a long time. So I'm listening. So let's let him get back to it. Let's let him, like, for real, to admit your mistakes and to even say that, like, if I want to go, but I can't because I got a family. That's hard to admit, especially online. But I salute you, my man. And I hope you get so much love from this video. And all of you watching this, go throw this man some love.
Too late for me, but for the new man and woman coming over, it's something that you should think about. You don't have to live in any place permanently.
That's true.
I've got a buddy, TJ. He moves around like that. Him and his girlfriend.
I know a few
I'm
people.
not going to tell you anything I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Like I said, what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. But yeah, a lot of the things that I'm talking about on here, it's too late for me, man. I'm settled down. I'm 61. I might as well break out the rocking show.
The what?
It's too late for me, but I would live below my means. I would go as low as I possibly could.
I gotta stop. Dude, this is the best advice I can give you. If you plan to come out here, you plan to move here, you plan to, like not just saying I'm stuck or like solidified on one place, you just want to come to the region and travel. You have to absolutely live below your means and spend as little as possible. You should be, I don't care if you're a billionaire, if you're not shopping at Dollar Tree online or Agoda or, Trip.com, I'm whatever the equivalent of it, if you're not looking for deals, you're way overpaying. You would be surprised. He is so right. Like, if I knew like what I knew now, like before, I wasted more money the first 6 months of being here. Like, money I didn't need to freaking waste. I got the same treatment in even better places just by doing a little bit more research or talking to certain people. He is 100% correct about this. Like, you can literally, if you put a little effort in, you can really not just live, you can live and travel on a budget. You'll spend a little bit, it depends. But, he's given us young cats advice from an old. I don't want to call you old head. You an OG. You've been here doing this, and I appreciate you. So much love, my man. So let's let him get back to it. Like he's literally putting himself and saying, I wish I could do these things. That's not easy to admit. So let's go.
Not without being a cheap Charlie, but just to keep my options open, to save money. Because who knows what the future's gonna bring.
Facts.
I wouldn't come over here wasting my money like a lot of us do. I went cash poor on my house. It's too late for me, but it's something that you should think about. Rent here is extremely cheap. I mean, you could sacrifice on the rent and then make up for it somewhere else. You could eat real good. Because you don't need the expensive clothes over here. It's just too hot. It's always hot over here. It's uncomfortable wearing all that stuff.
Facts.
Most of the time I'm in a t-shirt and shorts, slippers, or tennis shoes if I'm going to the gym. But I'm living on my means. I think it's a whole lot. It's funner, man.
It is.
Than having all this junk to carry around. You gotta have some place to put the junk.
Yep.
Even now, I don't have a whole lot in my house. That's one thing that I've stuck to my guns with.
Neither do I.
I don't want all that junk
Who
that
gives
I
a
had
shit?
over in America. I mean, I just had so much junk. I hated to move.
Mm-hmm.
I want my life as simple as I possibly can have it now. And if I'm new coming over here, I would keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Very simple.
2 bags or less.
I would even consider renting an apartment that's furnished.
Always.
Remember, rent is cheap here.
Yep.
I would have as few possessions as I possibly could. Certainly when it comes to transportation. I just would. A lot of times when you buy these motorcycles, you buy these cars, man, it's hard to get rid of them.
That's facts.
If you do have to leave, it's just a waste of money, really.
Especially if you're a foreigner. So let me throw this on there. Listen, I'm not from Thailand or Philippines, but I live in Thailand. I got a steal on my motorcycle. I bought a motorcycle way back 8-9 months ago, I think. It's been a long time. For 10,000 baht, less than $300 at the time. It's been a gem. I bought it from a friend of mine. So it's not even like if it died tomorrow, I'm cool. And my chick's cool. Like, she's not bitching, oh, this ain't the prettiest motorcycle or like Mercedes Benz. No. If she's got a problem with that, bye. Like, she actually washes the motorcycle like every other day, pretty much. Like seriously, she likes doing it. She takes care of it. We take care of it. And it's lasted to this day. But he's 100% correct. A lot of things will like drain you, like if you invest too much. This is why I don't subscribe to buying anything here. Like, a lot of people, like, listen, if you live here a long time and you understand and you've got some influences or some powerful attorneys or whatever to handle the business and the accolades behind the scene, and you want to buy things and make investments and do third-party deals, I'm not getting involved, but I'm telling you, you're on your own. But he's 100% correct. It's a rental society. But it's not about being impressive or trying to impress other people either. So, but he's right. If you buy something like a car, you're never going to sell it. People want brand new shit. They just to me, the way it works in Asia is people just want brand new shit. Like, they don't think vintage. Like, people here don't give a damn about vintage crap like in America. Oh, it's a fixer-upper. That doesn't exist in Asia whatsoever. Fixer-upper, it means dynamite demolition, tear it down and build something new. Like, there is no such thing as a fixer-upper. Like, it's a blow it down and start over and build something else. Seriously, like, there is no fixer-upper stuff here. There is no real estate speculation to the point it is in the West. I'm not saying there isn't some, but it's nothing like that. So it's a rental society. So He's talking about your commitments that you make, whether it's buying a car, buying an expensive new motorcycle, especially buying a house or something like that. But let's let him finish cooking. He's putting out some gold content, so let's do it.
I mean, where are you going anyway? I mean, unless you're going to do one of these trips like a lot of guys do, they go around the Philippines or something like that. Otherwise, what's the point? I would live below my means. And you don't have to take any of these suggestions.
Oh,
I'm just an old grizzled veteran that's been up.
Ashley, my man, you're not. I've been here long enough, and I understand. Living beneath your means is the best advice a man can give another man. Live beneath your freaking means. Save your money, man. Everything in your bank is, just picture it as going away. Going away. At any moment, shut off. Somebody steals your debit card. What are you going to do? You don't have a bank account in that country. Oh, what are you going to do? Just call them up. Oh, I'm in such and such across the world. Like, send me a new debit card. Like, shut the hell up. You're screwed. He's 100% correct. So let's let him get back to it. Let's go.
We're here on and off for 15 years. Hindsight's always 20/20.
Right.
And I always sit around and think, what would I do differently if I had the chance to do it? Maybe I could help the new man and woman coming over here. Because vloggers, we do have value. A lot of the people who don't make it over here, they earnestly want to make it. They just don't have the information. Some people just don't like it in the Philippines.
Yep.
And they're right too. It doesn't matter whether you like the Philippines or you don't. You're right.
Yeah.
You have a right to your perspective. But some people come over here, they like it. They want to stay. But they just make the mistakes. They don't have the guidance.
Yep.
Because the armchair bros and the barbershop bros have told them that we're not credible. The information we're giving is not credible. We're only doing it for clicks and views.
Like anybody that thinks this man is doing this for clicks and views is a complete moron, because he's calling out a lot of people, but not calling them out. He's not disrespecting or like disparaging towards anyone or any group. He's just telling you the honest truth from his own experience, which is something no one is doing. No one is doing this. No one. He's telling the truth. It's not about clicks and views with this man, but he's right. But I'm seriously, like, I'm giving props and mad props, because he does a bunch of videos, but he always talks about his own mistakes. He talks about what it is. Do I agree with everything? No. But this video, I absolutely agree with it. Like, he talking about the armchair bros, the guys that come here, with a bunch of money in their account, but it's going to disappear within a year. Most people that come here with this long-term plan don't freaking last. They don't last. Like, it's over. Like, as soon as they get it, like, within a year, they've blown their money. They've fallen in love with some 18-year-old chick from the stroll, out there on the stretch. You know what I'm talking about? Soy 6 or whatever, I don't know, Philippines, was it? Is it Angeles? I think Angeles City is the name where the Air Force Base is. I don't know. But falling in love with these chicks, and not every guy intends for this to happen, but it does happen, and he's 100% correct. I'm not saying this happened to him, but I'm telling you, he's telling you the truth of his own life and his own personal mistakes, regrets, or things he could change. And it's not all regrets, but he's telling you the brutal truth that no one else is going to tell you here. Honestly, I haven't been here long enough to talk about this. To me, this is level 10. Living long time. Like, honestly, he's been here long enough. He knows the game. He knows the score. He knows what time it is. He knows what men have to do. He understands what the game is about. Taking what, like the the bad elements of society taken away from, the visitors and taking advantage, and all that crap and vice versa. He's telling you the brutal truth. So let's let him finish out. Let's go.
I work for the tourism department. I don't get paid based on how many people I can get over here to the Philippines. And I want to remind the people who think that way. If you talk about the negative things about a place, you're going to get just as many views and clicks as if you're talking about the sugary stuff. I just try to keep a balance. The vloggers have a lot of good information. One thing that helps you wherever you're going is if you want to be there. It's if you want to be there. Remember, I'm telling you these bubble cities because, when you get into these comment sections.
Actually, real quick, I love the chickens, man. We got chickens crowing every morning here. I love the chickens. It really, it's a part of living in Thailand, man. We got the chickens stirring every morning.
It's about what's wrong with the Philippines. The infrastructure always comes up. And this and that. Well, if you go to one of these bubble cities, it's almost like you're living back in the West, guys.
It is. He's right.
So it's too late for me. I just wanted to throw out some tips today. Start listening to these vloggers, man. Don't base your decision to do anything solely on what we say.
I actually like this dude. I gotta be honest. Sunshine Shoulders. Check him out. Like, he's real. Like, honestly, for him to come out and say these things, and he's just like unapologetically himself. Like, I respect this. I'm sure he gets a ton of hate, or shadow banned or whatever. I don't know, but he's right on the money about a lot of this. Like, honestly, like how I would do things different, what you should expect, and how you should like tone your life down. Like, if you come here with a bunch of money in your account, just forget you have money in your account. Invest it, forget about it, isolate it outside of your, immediate access, and live on a small budget. Try to. You can do it. It will force you to live a different way. He's right about this. Don't get strapped down. Like, travel and see the things and understand what it is before you settle down, and it's not all cookies and rainbows, man. It's great, of course. We're here, but at this point, we're so here. We're stuck with the good and the bad. Like even living here, like, I'm stuck with the bad things. It's what it is. Like, I'm committed to it. I'm committed to taking this. Now, do I make videos, negative videos about Thailand? Like, no, but they're coming, but I'm gonna try to be careful how I word these videos. Like, honestly, not out of fear, but out of respect. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to disparage anything, but there's a lot of things that could be drastically improved about living here. A lot of things that are hard. Honestly, it's like traffic safety. I mean, that's crazy. There's so many gray areas I can't explain it. There's a dual price system, for example. Like, no one talks about this, but a few people. Dual price system. Thai people pay a price. We pay a higher price. But if she's with me, we pay a higher price. And if she's a bad chick, she's gonna take a cut of it from him. And they talked about this beforehand, and you're not aware of this. So this is kind of what I'm saying. So there are elements of being here, like trusting the right people. Like, people try to come over and rip me off. Like, I had, like, when we flooded, I got a quote on fixing some, wood and shit, not that bad. I was like, hey, how much? Do this. 8,000 baht. I was like, hell no. I was like, 5,000. 5,000, which is nearly half. And he said, okay. But he did it. No problem. Happy. Cop and cop, But I'm happy. But I'm not paying 8,000 baht. But if I would have paid it, he would have took it, and I would have been the damn sucker. And this is the thing. Like, people do look at this too. The more you learn, the more is expected of you living here in this culture. And it's hard sometimes because a lot of problems become your problems. even indirectly, it's just not your problem, but it kind of is. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is more connected than we want to admit. It really is. Like if something happens to somebody, everyone just kind of comes together and takes care of that person unexpectedly, and you're expected. Like why wouldn't you be? You know, you're a part of the society. A lot of people don't want to talk about this stuff, but I think that I don't want to get too far off in the weeds. Like he's saying it's too late for him. It's too late for him. He's so solidified and he's been here so long. He's obviously got a wife and he's got kids. He's got a home, and I don't know how he's making money. But it's not my business. I'm not judging. I'm actually respectful as hell. Like I would rather be here or be in the Philippines trying to make it, even though it's a struggle, than be back in America. That's just kind of like, I hope if you're watching this, my man, I hope this reminds you. I would rather be in the Philippines than I would be America, even though I know it's got its problems. It's not easy. You can't come over here and just let your guard down and not be a man. You still got to self-improve and be better and work harder than you ever freaking have. You're going to accept defeat. It's not easy. But I would take it any day over going back to the West where mediocrity is rewarded, where you're rewarded with mediocrity when you excel. Let's just be honest. Or half your assets are taken from, your successful endeavors or whatever that is. Like, to me, yeah, you can make money. It's easier to make money in America. Yes. But they take a ton of money. It's just not worth it for a lot of people. But I digress. Some people, that works for them. Good. But I love your content, and I thank you so much. I just want to go ahead and go. I know a long video. I just want to say, dude, awesome video. Check this man out. Throw him some love, seriously. Sunshine Shoulders. Don't try to say it fast. Excellent creator. Like, honestly. Been there. He's an OG. He's been out here. He's a veteran. He's been in the field. He's been in the game. He knows what time it is. He's made the mistakes, and he talks about it. Like, most men don't feel comfortable talking about it. None of us do. Like, I'll be honest. Like, he's got more balls than me. But with that being said, I love you. Thank you so much. And I'm out of here, guys. Y'all have a great Halloween. I'll see you.